this is one they need. We saw it once already today with Reply Totem gaining the win over Zeta at just the right time for them at a crucial point. And we could be seeing a similar story here today, but NaVi Nation are out, Trav. You know what that means. 72% in their favor to the 28% of SK. Our first map, double swoosh for gem grab. What do you make of that?
I think it's a very unfair prediction from the community. And yes, we're always going to be on the NaVi Nation side. I'm pretty sure NaVi had come out on top of a prediction against any team in the world, even Crazy Raccoon in the World Finals at this point. But we see the Surge coming out as the first pick. And I don't think it's first pick material, right? We've seen it here, we've seen it do well, but I think there's better picks.
Yeah, for me, it's definitely a map where it can work. I actually quite praise it. I'm surprised I haven't seen more of it. Theolis is being banned out and there, and that's really quite key for me. But we've seen a lot of brawlers which can have the surprise attack. Well, Surge is just that, you know. It's getting right up in people's faces and then just being able to cycle off the back of it. One pop of a gadget, you know, and you're able to survive the transaction more often than not and come out better for it. And if Angel Boy is the one on it, that makes me a little bit concerned. But you know, a lot of the battle is won and lost in the mid here. And we're going to come in for SK. Love that particular brawler. But both sides kind of being a bit hesitant. There's Gene, there's also Bo, which is a really, really strong one here on that mid. And I think now is the time for NaVi to have to commit to one of those ideas, as both sides just being a little bit sheepish around it. I love what SK are rocking, though. Do quite like what they got so far.
Yeah, I much prefer SK's comp so far, and I don't, like I said, I don't dislike Surge, but it's not first pick material. It's something later on down the line that you play into a tank or something aggressive like a Carl if that does come down. Maybe they're preventing that for the future, but they're going to be the one taking the tank. They're going to go with the Sam. We know this is NaVi style, but it's into an Ems and it's into an Amber who can break down the bush, who can slow him, and it's going to be difficult.
Yeah, I quite like Sam though. If they play it well, that's the thing. It's not an easy map to make work, but there's still a chance to respond for SK. I mean, B still available here, not banned out by any side, and that could be something dangerous. How did NaVi even go about? I mean, they've got to have a mid. This is not. There's no brawler here, which is a mid brawler, right? I mean, yeah, finally, Poker comes in, one that they tend to play quite a lot, but not necessarily here. And it's not really my preferred mid, to be honest. Obviously, they're kind of committing to it because they have the Sam, but I kind of prefer. I actually like Bo here. I think Bo is probably the best mid you can have. Hot take, you know, not for everyone's ears to hear, but you know, Gene's perfect now for SK if they want to go for it. There's no Bo to be able to go up against it. That's why I prefer Bo when they're both available, but they might even choose to have one of their other brawlers go mid and really double down with some aggression, counteract it, neater. Okay, it's interesting. Not sure about it.
I mean, who's going to go mid? Are we going to see an Ems mid?
Yeah, I know.
It doesn't really have the best peak, I don't feel, and I don't think it's the best gem carrier, but they're kind of going all out just trying to counter that Sam. If you bring in, you know, Nita Bear, get the stun off, get something like that going, then it can be very good against the Sam. And obviously Nita's going to be pretty good against the Surge once you get that Bear as well. But I feel like they needed a mid here.
I think both sides needed a bit more of a mid, really. I mean, Poker's not bad, no doubt about it. It's going to work better to have it and the Sam on their side than to not. But a very weird draft, a strange draft in Double Swoosh. Not that I kind of was expecting much of what I'm seeing, actually, to be honest.
Well, NaVi going to run it down the left-hand side instantly. Ope just trying to find a Nita Bear early on, but at the moment, NaVi got backed off and taking some serious fire on MMA there as he went to pick up those 2 gems from mid, and still 2-2. Just a lot more feed, I feel, has gone to SK so far, and Angel Boy giving even more.
Yeah, he's going to be shut down here. Nicely done between Chaos and Yoshi. And now the burn goes down at a perfect spot. And that crossover completely naked. There's not really much that NaVi can do except just try to commit or go and swap to the right-hand side, but it's just a very risky comp. Angel Boy will go down on the left-hand side as well. The gems more important in MMA. Goes straight into the pocket of Chaos. And Cube now in a 1 versus 3. Can't defend them forever.
I'll say Ope hasn't actually got any shots towards his bear yet, I don't think, because now Cube's got level 3 after taking some shots towards those gems when they were running towards it, but actually gets his bear now. Must have missed something in the early game. Throws it down. Not really getting the best value as it falls pretty much instantly, and up top, Angel Boy's on a tear. Gonna get taken down surely, though, by Chaos. Throws out his Knuckle Busters, try and get some dying damage onto him. But this level 3 Surge is going to be a bit of a difficulty now for SK.
Look at that, all those bushes down. MMA did survive away and just didn't get effective fire, but there's a nice gadget from Angel Boy and to get a takedown for it. OP is low as well in the mid. Oh, great protected tunes as well. The gadget pop from MMA, and now Chaos is under scrutiny. Cube's surviving on, but this bought a lot of time. And now as quickly as that, as unlikely as that, NaVi have got a much better position, in complete control of things, more or less. Angel Boy, though, could go down here. The slow just cancelled out. Cube with the pickup, though, and it's coming crumbling down for SK. Chaos is low, and the gem's going to pocket a Cube. It is done, surely. No time for a pushback now. No Angel Boy there. That was a complete and utter steal.
I mean, these protective tunes have been flawless. Every time we see a Nita stun coming through, every time we see an M slow, the protective tunes get hit, and nothing is happening. The stun's just completely getting it.
It's really hard to predict with them as to whether it's going to go for or against them, because some of their drafts are sometimes a bit weird and wacky and out there. Some of them on paper should work and they just play them badly. And then there's drafts like this, which take the entirety of the game to really show much resolve, and then they actually come out on top. And for the most part, SK were playing it perfect and shutting it down time and time again. And it just took a little bit of a moment to slip, and it all changed immediately. But this time round, 3 gems for MMA, 2 for Chaos, now 3-3. Angel Boy gets some value on the left-hand side, gets to take down the Yoshi, and a stack already for Cube. It's looking better for NaVi, actually, but more than last game.
Yeah, this is worrying now. He's got his speed available, and Amber's coming to his side as well. He's finding some shots whilst he's level 3 thanks to this gadget. Now actually has level 3 as well. This is just becoming worse and worse for SK Gaming, but do even out the count. Angel Boy's going to come back, retreat, use these supers to heal up, and obviously fall into his arms of his Poco to get some heals. But level 3 is there now, and this is where they should start excelling.
Important lane side, but OP shuts the idea down. Now, Chaos with super as well into the mid, and that's going to be a key moment in time. Got to get some value off the back of this, got to get some takedowns. Angel Boy's lurking on the right-hand side. Bruce Bear coming in. That's a perfect time for it. They can now seek him out and destroy him. And everyone pops their utility and wipes off the face of the earth. Cube, 60 HP, gets taken down by OP as well. And now MMA is forced to super. It's all he can do. What a turnaround. SK took complete control of that. And now they're on countdown. Great stuff from them.
I mean, complete composure loss there from Cube as well. Used his last stack when he was guaranteed to go down, but Gadget comes back. The knockback's there, though. The friend zone knocks him away, but he's got his knuckle busters back. There's still a possibility here. OP's low, and all it takes is one, but no gadgets remain, and no shots will come through from NaVi just yet. SK Gaming
time and time again against the aggression of NaVi. And if anything, NaVi sometimes getting a little bit overconfident with that. They've got to go aggressive, no doubt about it, but against the M's and what is clearly great team communication. Look at Angel Boy here, just depending upon these hills. Eventually, though, yeah, Yoshi will exacerbate down, and Yoshi comes out, Chaos comes out on top, rather. But in the meanwhile, it's now OPE on his own, gets to take down on Cube, and the gems dropped pretty favorably, actually, into the hands of MMA. One aggressive opening stance.
Yeah, stunned out though, and that's 2 protective shoes gone already, which isn't the best for NaVi. Knucklebuster thrown out, tried to get some heals off, but not going to get it. Maybe should have gone for that dying damage instead. But Yoshi's going to burn down this grass and actually make a connection onto MMA as well, which brings him just a little bit lower, takes about half of his HP away, but Cube now has this permanent level 3. In comes the pullback from Angel Boy though. He's going to get the shots through and get the kill down onto him, and surely can't get out of this position though, but they've got no ammo, and he's staying alive. The heal comes through, and he remains in this aggressive position, but now Nita's back. Surely they go down, but he doesn't go down lightly, brings them so low along the way.
It's incredible, the value of the back of that, honestly. MMA pushing forward, S-Ball gets 2 gems, and the takedown of Yoshi is swift. Now they're going to be with Angel Boy. It's not perfect, but the countdown is theirs anyway. It doesn't matter. SK have got to push against this now. It's either Cube or Angel Boy. Cube with the knuckle busters. Cube as well might be able to jump away if need be, but Angel Boy might go down. The hill comes in just the nick of time, but SK are not done. Angel Boy surviving on, goes down finally in just the nick of time, but can SK come out on top? I don't know. It's going to be a tough ask for sure. Look at this. It's all reset.
I mean, I think Chaos got out with the 1 gem they needed for the count as well, so they don't have the count. Beautiful from him to get out of there. But OP just going to throw down this bear. Stun used as well, not going to get anything from it. The gems drop. Heal comes in, and Cube's got to make something magical happen. Can't do it in a big turnaround from SK. They take the gems, but the drag back's there. Angel Boy might get the kill. He doesn't get the knuckle busters off again. Chaos there with the slow as well. OP's got 10, and this is tough for NaVi.
What is happening? Chaos, though, look. It's taken down. It's not a reset yet. It's 11-8. There's one on the map. Angel Boy picks it up. That's about as good as you can get to start things off. Hot zone up next will be the mode. Open zone, of course, the map. And this is going to be a very, very important draft. I mean, it's quite a wide variety of brawlers that can have moments on this particular map. I mean, I kind of want to see a Stu ban, but Shelly ban kind of needs to be up there as well. Cordelius kind of needs to be up there as well. Pam can have some great results. Crow, Bell. I mean, there's a lot. Amber. Let's see what the bans are. Crow, B, and Pam banned out by NaVi. Bell, Squeak, and Bonnie banned out by SK. Already good signs, but Shelly available, Cordelius available. It's worrying stuff for me on both sides here, Trev.
That's the thing. I was going to say, what do they pull out first? But they go with Amber. And I mean, I don't know if they're like gearing up to take on Cordelia Shelley, but this is not what I would have gone for first. The win rates as well. There's still quite a few of those available. Carl's still available. I mean, Meg's still up there. Amber's first picked, obviously, but it's just not what I kind of would have gravitated towards as a first pick. We're going to see the Shelley come in, and now I question if we're going to see the Cordelius as well for NaVi.
I mean, statistically as well, Lou. Yeah, I love Lou here as well. Great pick. I think playing it safe a little bit, having something of a objective denial, but I mean, SK now, they got an opportunity to double down here, pick Cordelius and have something of a longer range affair. If you don't see it, it's kind of interesting to me, because surely if you get into position, you know, into the mid using that wall as coverage, you can't really push up against that. You know, it's just go through the wall. You know, we even saw earlier it goes through utility as well. You know, there's not much in the way, and they're going Lola. I mean, I think the Bell was banned from memory as well, right, by themselves. So that makes a lot of sense. But definitely carries more weight when the Bell is banned. It's often easy to forget just like what Lola can achieve in that regard. But let's see what they follow up with as their third and final pick. As you know, you kind of got to, yeah, Stu. It's a great thing to ban actually, the speed zone as well. But interesting draft.
Yeah, you could say that. Sam coming in as the last pick, and I mean, I don't know how I feel about this. I'm kind of lost for words about this draft overall. SK have definitely, in my eyes, got a bit more of a well-rounded comp, but you never know what NaVi can pull out with a tank in the hands.
Yeah, surprised with the poker not being banned as well, whether they might have actually looked to maybe combine that with a poker like we saw previously, and that would have been like even harder to shake actually on the zone. But picking the Lure, I think, was quite smart in the order of proceedings too, just to ensure that they had, you know, out of the way their kind of tank counter. Great gadget early on. Yoshi's just going to go down immediately here. OP is switched to follow as well. The double. Oh dear. What a terrible start for SK as now NaVi goes straight up into the top right. Keep the pressure on. Trying to a stupid bit of time and just waste the clock. What value from Angel Boy. You can't leave that guy alone open. It's just too dangerous.
Yeah, take everything I said back. Angel Boy's literally cooking on the Sam over the left-hand side, left to the right, and he got 2 kills along the way. Can't complain about that. Lucifer on the zone, keeping him at bay for the moment. EMEA eventually comes back up. Didn't get much of a cycle, and Angel Boy does go down now. Going to use the gadget and not get value off it as well. Cube going to take this right-hand side down. Follow with the clear pigeon as well, but should fall with no trades at all either.
Angel Boy's lurking on that left, and the spray of chaos will help out quite a lot actually with the ego able to widen the radius of awareness. Down from the right-hand side onto Yoshi. Trying to keep back their cube as best he can, but now Angel Boy goes down. It's better. Freezing the zone will deter SK from being able to capture much in terms of the objective, but they are now at 50%. And NaVi are behind here. They're the ones that got to go on the aggressive, got to push, got to get the team wipe, and Angel Boy is surely going to get burner here. I mean, there's just too many bodies around it.
This is tough for NaVi now. EMEA trying to come back up, but he's actually going to be slowed down by that mythic gear on the Amber Oil, and EMEA should fall as well with a little bit of aggression from OP, but Angel Boy's going aggressive. Can't do much himself either. Surely going to get taken down by the 3 of them pinching in, but actually does manage to get one. Throws that backwards as well. Cube's going to burn down. Angel Boy's going to fall. EMEA needs to make something happen. 13% required for SK Gaming. EMEA can't hit a shot. It's difficult for NaVi there, and OP should be able to get this last drizzling percentage in as they take another game.
A common thing to see when up against the might of a team like NaVi and their aggressive ideas that they're actually outsmarting this quite a lot with not necessarily some of the most meta ideas, but just what works against the situation. And what a time for it. I mean, they're one game away from taking 2 sets up as a lead. But MMA low, can't really contest this. OPE wins it, Cube goes down as well. That is going to be a good start for SK.
I just don't know what to say. NaVi have got some wild drafts and they're just not working. Chaos now on this left-hand side as well, able to scout out so easily. And Angel Boy scouting himself out by throwing the super down over and over again. So now the super comes forward and the gadget's there as well. Does get one, throws it too far away, I feel, though. It's across the water. He was going for it, but couldn't quite get to it. We see the super coming down now from MMA, but a little portion over that right-hand side still available for them to stand on without sliding and getting frozen.
MMA goes down. OP still staying on that zone, like you're rightly saying. Like, that is really moments that NaVi can't afford to let slip through the cracks. But they're this far behind. I mean, SK are approaching 20% needed. I mean, they're still in the zone, shooting everything that they've got to throw them. That's a huge moment right there, though. The gadget on point, but SK survive. This one is going to be Joe over Trav, as only 10% needed. What a result for SK. Surely 2 sets up. One last ditch attempt from NaVi, but that is not going to be enough either. It's over.
Anything we're seeing from NaVi.
As we go into pit stop, it's definitely more of a NaVi map. They have defended so well, and SK needs to ban these brawlers, ban the Willow, ban the Cordelius, depending on what they've got in terms of picks, because NaVi were fierce on pit stop. I remember the comp so clearly, except for the third pick. That is Nel Primo. They went in terms of the pick. They did the best game of pit stop I've seen in such a long time, with a Cordelius, a Willow, and a Primo. Obviously depends what's on the options and what they're facing into. But yeah, SK banning out Cordelius wisely. So Barley first pick for NaVi. Interesting stuff so far. The Spike ban, the Rika ban, and the Edgar ban. That's not interesting bans from NaVi. SK related bans, I like that. The Bonnie ban, the Cordelius ban, and the Shelly ban for SK. Let's see how this one fares out.
I was going to say, I'm quite glad that we got the Cordelius ban, because when NaVi picked that and Willow up, it was actually, I'm quite sad it's banned, because it was an entertaining game when NaVi picked that up. They played it so perfectly with the Willow Cordelius combo. We're going to see the Max. Max on pit stop is not something I've seen in a while. I do like the Nita though. Might struggle a little bit against the Barley in that kind of early game, and obviously pretty much all the way through, but once she gets a bear, she can start to push back a little bit. Now back over to NaVi for their 2 picks. We'll see what they do choose to go, whether they add some tanks and stick with what they've been going for. And I'd understand it here, right? I'd understand it on pit stop. But it's just a question of which ones they want to pick up, and even if they do want to.
Interesting ideas from SK, who have been pretty on point today. Ems can have its moments for sure, but probably would prefer the map to be a little bit more open. So a wall breaker would go a long way here. And that's, yeah, I mean, I wasn't thinking necessarily Buzz, but I was thinking El Primo, but it's much more a NaVi thing to pick, isn't it? Let's be honest. But SK have got final pick, and they've been pretty on point today at proving that they can handle what NaVi bring. But Buzz, I mean, that is pretty much the defining brawler of this team this year. So it's going to be a tough one to put in its place. And coming with a third and final pick to shut that particular brawler down, Daryl's the answer. With Cordelius banned out here, it makes a good time to bring it in. But with OPE on it, it often is. He's a very good Daryl. I'm not sure though. It's gonna be a tough one to call. This could be NaVi bringing this one back, or the way that SK are playing today, that is my brain telling me that they will clear this one up here and make it a 3-0 sweep. I mean, their mechanics have been what has been giving them the wins more often than not. Not necessarily the drafts, but just simply their ability to come together as a team and communicate the way through. But this Buzz pick, Trav, it's a scary one.
I mean, it's the best Buzz in the world against probably the best Daryl in the world, so I mean, it's going to be an entertaining battle at that at least. So we'll see if SK Gaming manage to finish this one out in a 3-0, or if NaVi will bring it back to make it 1-2. Obviously, the MMA's going to have quite a good time against the Nita early on, but Ope pushing quite heavily down this right-hand side now. Needs to try and get a roll off Angel Boy, but MMA, oh, they're all pinching him so hard, because if they leave Chaos with no bear, that's fine.
Exactly. I mean, he's not a danger. Wow, what a face shift from Yoshi. Oh, my word. I mean, the stumble's going to come in, but he actually absolutely evaded it. But now left with the damage gear as well. And Cube, they've got to clear this up on defense first before SK can do anything at all. They've been pretty good, though, with OPE being able to match the damage. I've already got a rotating royal kit. The Daryl gadget on the save. It's such a tongue twister to say. But nonetheless, I mean, they had to return that damage. So important to do so.
Yeah, May throwing that onto the safe now as well. I'm not going to try and correct you on the gadget because I wouldn't get it right either. Darrell available now, but the stun comes through. Does have it still, but actually cycled out by Angel Boy. Some great connecting shots. Chaos just looking for the super. I don't even know if he got a shot in there. Maybe it was Yoshi doing all the damage. Got his speed and going to provide it to OP. He's going to roll forward. Surely he'll roll towards MMA. One of those options goes to the left, but Angel Boy looking for the cover. Does miss his super. He might actually leave him here as they've got such a successful lead. Barley's on the safe. He does go back, and now Cube can maybe join him as well. But this should be finished off by NaVi right here.
Yes, a few balls away, and that should be it. 6%, one more lands, and that will be a game. Their way here, they could move on to a match point very, very quickly here. They've won. Recoiling rotator on the safe from that Darrell, and this can turn around quick and fast.
Yeah, Angel Boy's low as well. OP maybe going to use his roll into there. Does actually get him down and doesn't actually take much damage thanks to it either. Chaos looking for a super. Didn't actually, maybe got one bear in that previous game, so not the best, but a knockback comes in from Cube. That's already using one up, and that's friend zoner as well. Just use his super and waste that also, but Angel Boy's got his super here, and Chaos just not hitting much at all. Gets stunned down there, and now Angel Boy pushing down the right hand side. Still 100 to 100 though. The roll comes through and the pinch is there. Great stuff from OP, and we kind of expect that from him at this point.
Last call for MMA. We'll get a little bit of damage on the top. 6-7%. The damage on the return is greater. And that puts SK into the lead as OP is doing a great job of just cycling in with this Darrell pick, but Angel Boy now coming in. This could be a terrible spot for SK. SK will be very cautious here about going on the offensive compared to the defensive because Angel Boy's he's got through. Roll in though, timed perfectly, but still alive. It's now tied up pretty nicely, but MMA should be able to get some value for it as well. Surviving on 996 HP. And now Cube trying to make his way through. He'll probably go to the left-hand side. Just get this takedown on OP, which is doing really well. SK stuck in the spawn cycle right now. NaVi is starting to really make this comp work.
Yeah, phase shifter there from Yoshi. He almost helps him stay up against Angel Boy, but not quite there. Shots coming through now, and Cube and MMA still alive. OP trying to find something, but this just the slow, the shots and everything coming through. It's just so difficult for him to make the move. Super's there, but actually maybe a little too early, as OP didn't get any effects of it.
I agree, yeah. Yoshi maybe just mistiming that a little bit. The pressure possibly getting to him, but good takedown there onto Cube will open up some space on the right-hand side. But again, if Chaos does not go bear, he is no concern of NaVi's. And look at Angel Boy just popping up with 1, 2, and now the last call as well. Damage raining down, and SK have got no answer for it at the moment. They are at the moment looking a lot different to the previous sets. They're looking a bit more, stumbled around the situation. That is damage done. NaVi, as always, looking very calm and collected, as you'd expect. Bounty, Canal Grande. I kind of hope to see a buzz ban here. Yeah, you gotta ban it. You gotta ban it. If you're SK, you gotta ban it.
Yeah, they're definitely going to be jumping on something like that. Might as well just ban out triple tanks at this point. I feel they might want to prefer to face Shelly Cordelius and some of the tanks that are NaVi will probably run them on this map. But at this point, I feel like this is a NaVi map to win again. For the most part, it's close proximity. It's going to be tough to play against for SK Gaming. We'll see if they're able to do it. They get rid of the Cordelius and the Shelly on that side. But Squeak's going to be the first pick coming in from NaVi. The other ban on the side of SK Gaming was the Eve, and then up top we had the Carl, the Barley. Mr. P being picked here by SK Gaming as their first. And obviously the tick being banned out as well. So we see a little. Oh, Maisie coming in. I mean, sure.
I don't like it. I'll be honest, I don't like it. I mean, if they're trying to have the knockback against the buzz or something along those lines, then you got to time that sort of thing so well to get value from it. Whirler coming in from NaVi. I don't think the Mace is competitively viable. We saw it actually work out, I think, earlier today in the East Asia region. And that was the first time I remember seeing it in pretty much her release, except outside of SA in the BSC. And it didn't get any wins in SA. I mean, SK got a plan. I respect that. They're drafting Macy second. That's the thing. Mr. P and Macy. I mean, MMA bringing in the Lou in the eventuality of a tank for SK just to be able to shut it down, but they're going Sprout. Thoughts on Macy, Trap? Thoughts on Macy?
I'm not going to make any comments because anything I say usually goes against me, and I don't feel like I want that right now, but overall, not the biggest fan. I feel like SK maybe are lacking something. I don't know what it is. They've kind of gone with the only 2 throwers remaining, one for NaVi, one for SK Gaming. But none of these are really that conventional, really. It definitely feels a bit off for me.
Lacking inspiration. No, I think the Sprout here is great. Mr. P is great. The combination of all these 3 things, I'm just a bit unsure of a little bit. The loop from NaVi's pick there might actually go against them because, you know, SK didn't feed into the idea anyway. They had to have like an insurance policy, can have a lot of area denial, but, you know, it's not a bad order to have here, even against, you know, a lack of tank. But the Sprout, I think, is where SK can really thrive off things, and they're pretty clustered for the most part. That's going to be a great value super there from Angel Boy, blocking everything off on that side, but this is a dangerous place for SK early on.
I mean, did someone say reverse sweep? I mean, is all I'm hearing right now? A little dash Hoshi going through, but it's slowed down thanks to that residue from EMEA being placed in that corner, and they're completely pinned in, but nobody's going down. How are they surviving so much? Little portal comes through as well, wall coming there from Chaos, and eventually OP's managing to get a bit of a rotation, but gets hit quite hard on the way around.
Yeah, OP did a wise movement there to go through this. So the gadget pop, that's going to be sealed off now, and that will slow his advance through. And so far, you're going to hand it to SK to defend the way they have. They haven't given away any stars, despite all that pressure. And that gives me a good feeling about this so far, because if there have been kills and deaths going down, different story, but OP is doing his best on the left-hand side still. Porter going down, and there's the first sign of movement. It's 4 stars to NaVi, 2 to SK. But, whew, what a start.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to complain about that quite positive trade there, but Cube is quite low, and I mean, even if he goes down again, it won't flip it, thanks to that blue star being over the head of MMA after he picked it up early on, and a Lu Super is available from Angel Boy. They're going to rotate fully over to this left-hand side now, and that could be a bit of a bad thing, as now they can get pinched in. Squeak coming up top, maybe it's trying to get a little bit of a flank around the bottom, but Lu Super might be their saving grace here. 22 seconds, it's going to delay them a little bit longer.
Oh, Angel Boy low, but can SK get a moment here? They're pushing through the left-hand side. Chaos has got a good angle on things. Gets the shot, gets some splash onto MMA. Big shots today onto the right-hand side to Yoshi. Angel Boy low, but look at this, MMA even lower. He might go down here. If they do, they could be disastrous. The blue star, not enough time.
They got no kills early on, and then somehow survived the defense on the opposite side as well. So I will say, a little bit underwhelming off the start, but very good towards the end.
I need to watch that replay back on slow motion, honestly, because what a moment. OP gets to take down on Angel Boy. There must have been a porter, I think, then that did so. Not a great way to go down. Chaos pushing forwards. Has super to hand as well. Taking some shots on the side of the Widow. I want to see a bit more, honestly, on that side of things, but Angel Boy pushing more aggressively into OP. He did pretty well in the last game to do as well as he did. Let's see what Q can bring to the table here. The mind control, I want to see some more value from it.
Yeah, I feel like it's tough to get value with no brawlers who've got that kind of instant DPS coming out of them. Maisie would be the best to control, but if you control in a Sprout or something like that, you might as well just stay as the Willow, in that kind of position. But they are behind now by 3 stars, and SK Gaming have the lead. Yoshi going to be searching for a super, but some great connections by the Lu here to get this super, and Cube obviously still with the mind control. Does fall low though. Chaos going to throw down a wall and try and get a bit of a pinch in. It's a good spot to do so. Just don't want to over-aggress though, because they are in the lead by 3.
Well, OP's still up top here and still staying alive for the most part. Yoshi coming down, trying to get some value, but no. I'm really a bit concerned here on both sides because there's very little in it. Angel Boy creeping forwards now, and OP can't push into the super, but Angel Boy's too low here. He could easily go down. What? How does he do that? How does he shoot the shot, come out on top, and give the lead over Blue Star with Angel Boy, with NaVi? I mean, they are the same team effectively at this point in time. Super going out, gadget pop as well there from MMA. I think we have to hold on here. I think they might just hold on. I think this could be a set going the way of NaVi, and then it's a huge explosion to end it. We're going all the way themselves in. Can't forget that, Brawl is definitely a mode that says SK to me, but I want to see a Willow banned for that same reason, because NaVi really can cause as much of a problem as they can on these kinds of maps and modes. Field goals the map, Brawl the mode. It gets decided here. One of these two teams going home in the quarterfinals.
I'm sorry, did you just say Brawl Ball feels like an SK map? But Brawl Ball feels like a NaVi mode in my eyes. Give him Sam. And they're going to be all right. Like, I feel like these 3 maps in a row could not come could not have come at a better time for NaVi. And now it's SK who are heavily on the back foot, momentum all on NaVi's side, and this is a rough spot. Bans being the Shelly, the Crow, and the Cordelius from NaVi, the Squeak, the Crow, and the Willow. As you say, Willow was banned out, so smart from SK Gaming. First pick of the stew, I like it, but I don't love it as that first pick.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think it's just kind of one of those brawlers that buys a little bit of time, but I hear a lot from the pros. You never pick Stu first. Stu first pick can be a dangerous thing to do when it comes to the drop. I've heard multiple pros say that. Bonnie, love that. Really nice pick from NaVi. Got some range, got some assassination attempts. With the Crow band on both sides of here as well, it still carries that same idea. Cordelius band, very smart from NaVi. Again, the Willow band, very smart from SK. Gonna potentially bring in some tankier ideas, but for NaVi, they've got the better... Well, I was going to say they could save it, but they're not going to save it. El Primo coming in for them. I really like it. I do like it. But, I mean, there's Otis, Spike. There's a lot of potential return here for SK. But that says a lot about NaVi, because they just don't care. They're picking it no matter what.
Listen, NaVi would play triple tank into Shelly Cordelius if they got the chance. Let's not pretend like they're trying to hide it in here, and everybody knows it's coming anyway a little bit later on down the line, so might as well just give it to SK in the first place. 2 picks now for SK Gaming. Whether or not they're going to be able to make a counter play to this, they're going to go with a Nita down one of those lanes. I really do like that pick. Going to be good against the Bonnie to tank a lot of shots, and obviously the possibility of it being good against another tank on top of EMEA as well, but I imagine they'll go for something a little bit different now that Nita is in play. Something like an Ems still on the board, very good against tanks, pretty good against Bonnie if you're going to get within range as well, so I wouldn't mind if they do bring something like that in, just play that Stu down the mid. But they need to be careful about NaVi's last pick, because they might just be able to pivot on the spot and choose something different.
I don't like this. It lacks so much DPS, it lacks so much range. I mean, and it's not even over yet. Oh, okay. Now I see where SK are like, you know what? We're just going to take your brawler and play it against you, but they're lacking in so much on this comp. I don't know. I mean, NaVi have got range, they got tankiness, they got the third and final pick still to come. It's Surge coming in for NaVi. It's an aggressive one. It can also counter out the buzz. Over time will only get stronger. It's hard to side against this NaVi draft. I think SK, if they play it right, they get the Bruce Bears cycling in, but their shots are going to tickle. They're going to tickle the comp of NaVi. They're not going to do much.
I mean, in my eyes, this game is won or lost by the Nita. Those Bears have got to be coming time and time again onto the Surge, keep them out of the way, and it needs to be Buzz who makes the big plays. Need something flashy. The same for the Primo. If you make a jumping play, something like that, even if it's just once in the game, that can win you it, and that's what needs to be done, I feel, for both these teams. It's the one moment that's going to change it.
And here we go. Such an important set. More so, arguably, for SK. Who are lowering the points. That's a huge moment there. Oh, Chaos goes over the shoulder instantly back of the goal. He's still going, still surviving on actually, and now able to heal up, and that keeps his teammates in position. May trying to push through now, and what could be a great time forward, because again, these shots are not going to land much of a punch. But the ball handed over, deflated, and a chance to defend for SK.
Great position for NaVi, I will say, though. We've got level 2 already for Cube as well, and didn't take him long to get that, and can't be far off a level 3 now as he gets that hit onto Yoshi. All of them clumped up, and we just got to be waiting for this Bonnie to come back. I believe, actually, she might have super too, so that's an aggressive play. And May's going to get his from being hit, so not the worst of positions to be in the face of enemies here. But if they can just tickle him down just a little bit more and get the jumps in, there's one, gets one onto Yoshi, throw over his shoulder as well, might be able to cycle it, but Angel Boy's not going to go in. Just waits it out just a little bit longer. Cube going to get that level 3, almost going down, and that was a good defense from SK.
Great stuff, and I love that shot from OP here as well. They're just predicting where Cube was going to be and almost got him fully taken care of. There's a super on pretty much every NaVi head though. But no breakthrough on the side of OP running the speed zone, so some ease of concern on the side of NaVi. But OP is low, Chaos is low, passing the ball around, but I mean NaVi at full HP just holding W at this point in time. It's gonna be a moment. The shine stun there from Chaos, carries a lot of might. There's a jump return. It's very back and forth, but all 3 members of NaVi survive. It's gonna be a guaranteed goal. Cube, just checking. Knock, knock, anyone home?
I mean, that was BM more than anything, I think, and that is dirty. We know what happened to the last team that BM'd in this monthly final. They got reverse swept, so taking that 1-goal lead doesn't mean too much, but the jump comes in, going for the ball, thrown over the shoulder. Angel Boy joins him as well, but the stun's there. Cuba joining him as well. All of them go in. 30 seconds on the clock. They're not playing this defensive as you'd imagine. They go all out aggressive.
Crazy. There's so many interactions in those moments in time, but it's Yoshi trying to pass the ball around here. The OPE trying to get the aggressiveness, take care of this HP, but the pass to Yoshi was on point, and now he didn't see it coming. With 10 seconds on the clock, the perfect retaliation.
I mean, deserved after that QBM, I will say, but we got some supers here for NaVi, and the little super pass forward and the jump onto it might be the play they choose to go for. He just goes for nothing at the end of the day. Give him the ball. EMEA's got the jump, only goes in on Chaos, though. Ball's got to go in the corner. They've got to play for something late game or a draw here. Yoshi's got his bear as well. That's going to take a lot from Cube, and this has turned on his head. Chaos gets the stun, the dash forward, and SK go to match.
And SK just respond perfectly. You've got to seize those opportunities. I mean, but that was a goal for NaVi waiting to happen. They just didn't know what it was to be.
I mean, you play the passive or you go full out aggressive, and they did nothing. They didn't know what to do with themselves. Super miss from Chaos there, though, over the left-hand side to the mid, and MMA just trying to get some super off being hit by the looks of things at the moment. Going to be feeding Chaos throughout the majority of this interaction, though, and Yoshi got a good side here against Cube and doing it very well.
Big shove though from Angel Boy, just cancelling out then what Chaos had to bring to the table, but pushing the ball around, giving a lot of value to Yoshi as well. Probably not one way away from a bear now, and there it is. 1v3, and at the moment he's doing a pretty decent job with the wasted gadget as it was taken down so quickly. But staying in position, his teammates now coming into the mix as well. This is great stuff from SK.
Yeah, quick eradication of that speed zone though. Chaos got a super here as well, and that's dangerous. OP just trying to get some gas to heals off. Angel Boy jump comes in from EMEA, gonna push forwards, gets the kill before the stun can come through. Cube trying to make a break down this right hand side, but has Chaos and OP waiting to answer his call. Super is available now, level 3 is there. But EMEA just going to go for Chaos. Gets a good kill and a good amount of cycle as well. Not a bad spot for NaVi, but they are still 1 game down.
Collecting themselves up now. These smiles from Cube, I don't know. I mean, I know he likes that pin, but I think it does take away from the moment. The moment, NaVi are not smiling at all. Look at this. Chaos going in, swift takedown onto Angel Boy. Cube and MMA still to come with the speed zone there. Close the gap faster on their side. Double stun from Chaos and a pass to Yoshi just in the nick of time. Beautiful plays from SK. They are landing the mark, and NaVi have got egg on their face.
40 seconds left for them to make an answer then. They need to get something done. MMA's going to go for the jump. Not going to get the cycle just yet. Should be able to get the throw, but it's towards his teammates right in the middle of them. Stuns there, but the jump forward from both of them. Neither of them went for the ball. That might have cost him there. Angel Boy goes for the pass forward. Maybe a 1-2. He grabs the ball. He finds it, and the goal's there too. Now they answer back. 20 seconds on the clock, and it's 1-1.
Oh my word. Literally the entirely similar situation. Angel Boy just getting his feet to it. And here we go, pushing it forward with 10 seconds on the clock. Supers all around. Chaos goes in, might not come out. Low HP. And this is the push. A big one of that from NaVi. OP over the shoulder. But if Angel Boy can get his ball up and they can stay in the mix, this could be NaVi's.
I mean, level 3 surge in this spot is tough. Bonnie in there as well. They've got the super, same scenario as last time. Will they make it happen this time? They're going to play for it. Cube's going to get the pass. He doesn't get the pass off. Yoshi's still there. The defenses as well. And NaVi don't make it happen yet again. Still onto him. The super, the gadget is there. Chaos. He goes left. He misses. Cube saves it and keeps NaVi alive.
There's answers for SK, but it's not over yet. 30 seconds on the clock, and they're in a great position for it. MMA jumping in. There's the gadget. There's the goal. Chaos comes out strong for SK and sends NaVi home. Just when they need to bring in the results, they did it. Back in June, it was a quarterfinals exit. It will not be a quarterfinals exit for July.
What a game, and you can see how disappointed MMA is there. They're top 3 on the leaderboard at the moment. And now they're out in the quarterfinals. That is disappointing for them, but a lifeline for SK in the Brawl Stars Championship.
They needed it most. They are